All right, what about now, Mike? Can you hear me now? Again, that pass there to Austin Eckler there, and so ball right now at the 46-yard line. And so, oh man, what's good with you? What's good with you? Meanwhile, they hand it to the back up the middle, and he's going to pick up a yard in the play. But oh, it says, what's good, JB? And the Vikings did. Patriots are real solid today. And so, hey, I mean, that was one heck of a game, though. One heck of a game. I don't know how the Bills found a way to lose that one, but it was insane. And so, Carmichael, what's good with you? What's good with you? Carmichael says, hello, JB. How are you doing? And so, yeah, I am doing all right. Thanks again for asking, but I am doing all right. Let's see. Mike says, you hear me now? So, bet. All right, here we go to the shotgun here. Going to toss it to Austin Eckler. And so, Eckler, he's going to go for a pickup of 6 yards on the play and takes it to the 49ers 49-yard line here. So, we got third and four coming up here for the Chargers. And so let's see. Old says yes, and more importantly, how are you feeling? And so, yeah, I am feeling okay. I am feeling okay, and so I appreciate that. Absolutely, but glad to be back. Absolutely. Mike says JV fans be like. Let's see. Old says we need 49ers to win. Mike says Bills garbage. We pass fans, and so hey, but we always welcome you there, Mike. We always welcome you. But here we go, third and four. Chargers looking. Herbert moving around, throws it, and oh, what a completion. I thought for a fact he was going to be sacked when he started moving, and I saw the guy creeping up behind him. But yes, completion there, and that was to Everett with the reception, 17 yards on the play. And let's see, O says we need the 49ers to win. Mike says Bills garbage. We pass fan. Let's see, Carmichael says I am happy with how the Steelers played. And so how did Pickens look from a touchdown interception ratio today? All right, so still extending his first drive here. Herbert up under center, takes a snap, play fake. Back picks up the blitzer, throws the ball, and oh, what a touchdown pass there by Herbert. 32 yards to Carter on the opening drive for a touchdown. And so coming into this game, there was a lot of news about how many guys the 49ers got that's coming back from injuries and stuff like that. Meanwhile, the Chargers, they are missing like a lot of guys, especially at the wide receiver position. So, but Carter has been a guy that has stepped up. But yeah, excellent route, easy touchdown. Let's see. Oh, it says if the Browns won today, Patriots would be tied for second place. And so I had a feeling Cleveland was going to let us down. I had that feeling there. But Miami's just been playing outstanding football, like just all around outstanding football. If they're healthy, they are a scary team. Meanwhile, extra point is good. So the Chargers on their first drive of the game and the opening drive of the game, Justin Herbert connected with Carter for a 32-yard touchdown pass, torching the secondary. We'll see what the 49ers do when they come back here with the football. Let's see. Oh, it says, but Patriots are only one game out, and it's starting to look like every AFC East team can make the playoffs this year. And so it's looking that way right now, but we know eventually somebody's got to fall off, and I'm just hoping that it's not us. But we certainly got to win against the Jets, though. Certainly must win against them next week. Absolutely. Let's see. Carmichael says Kenny Pickett had one rushing touchdown to zero INTs. George Pickens and one rushing touchdown. So I did see the Pickens rushing touchdown. I did see that. What's going on with Najee Harris though? It seems like Najee Harris is getting less workload. Let's see. Carmichael says my Steelers are tied for third in the division since the Browns lost. And so okay, bet. Mike says, you know, JB, everyone talking about how precious little Mac is and his fingers are cold. I'm sure that's the storyline right now down there in Buffalo. But I was shocked at how that game played out between the Bills and the Vikings, though. So shout out to the Vikings, though, getting a major win. Our biggest hesitation with them has been the fact that they cannot seem to win big games. But that time, they won a big game. That they did. Now, how it all unfolded, that was some crazy stuff there. Some crazy stuff. Let's see. Carmichael says Najee had 99 rushing yards today, and so okay, 99 rushing yards. That's like what his season high so far this year, if I'm not mistaken. I think I heard somewhere that he hadn't had over like 75 yards on the ground prior to that. But I think Jalen Warren did pretty good too. And again, right now, currently at the commercial score right now, Chargers up 7-0, but 49ers, they will get the football here. So we're going to get to look to see. I mean, man, 49ers, they got a lot of guys coming back from injuries here. I mean, it's a lot of guys out there. So I'm hoping for the sake of my fantasy football team that both Debo Samuel and George Kittle can get things going today. Let's see. Carmichael says we had Alvin Lamar's to like 29 yards rushing, and so okay, Alvin Kamara, bet. And let's see. Oh, it says a lot of Bill fans making so many excuses. Like Shannon Sharp says, you go out there and play. There's no excuses, and so yeah, you're right about that. You're right about that. You're right about that. Mike says, if I had $1 for every interception Allen throws, my Papa John's pizza would be free with delivery. All right, so here we go. Here, kickoff about to be on the way. And let's see how these 49ers are going to respond. Obviously, Christian McCaffrey was last week, but now we got Debo Samuel back from his injury as well. So more firepower here. But first, the return. He catches it at the 5. He's at the 15, 20, 25. Brought down at about the 31-yard line here. And so, Braden, what's good with you? What's good with you? Braden says, hey, JB, go pack, go. We own them boys. And so I knew you were ecstatic. And hey, I was happy too. Aaron Jones did tremendous. Will it help my fantasy team in the other league? Most likely not. But I was still excited for your Packers, though. That was a fantastic game. It felt nice to see Aaron Rodgers actually show some positive energy out there. Well, here we go. Jimmy G up under center here. We got two tight ends, two receivers, one back in the backfield here. Goes in motion. They snap the ball. Give it to McCaffrey. Defense looking for him. And he's going to pick up about 4 yards on the play. Now, it looked like he was down there. Yeah, it looked like he was down. So second down coming up here. 2nd and 6. Ball at the San Francisco 35-yard line. Mike says, I got excuse. Bills are garbage. Carmichael says TJ Watt made the team. The team looks different with him back. Oh, it says Allen is trying to keep the image he has in Buffalo. The savior, Josh Allen, when everyone should know the savior of Buffalo. And Josh Allen was Diggs. And Carmichael says Dez caught the ball versus the Packers. Bringing that back up. Meanwhile, here, it's a carry for about a good, let's see, good 5-6 yards here. Again, here in the first quarter with 10 minutes and 40 seconds to go here. First drive of the game right now for the 49ers. They find themselves trailing 7-0. But Garoppolo up under center here, 3rd and 1. Going to give it to McCaffrey. And McCaffrey's going to pick up like 7 yards on the carry. Takes it to the 49ers 47-yard line. Fresh new set of downs to work with. Let's see. Old says, thank you, Packers. Shut these Cowgirls fans up. Braden says, I won't rush your Buckeyes this week. They look really good. I'm highly concerned about Mayan Williams getting hurt and stuff like that. I really need him because Henderson's been hurt for the most part. And we're going to need a balanced attack on the ground and through the air the rest of the way. All right, but here we go. Here, 49ers here from their own 47-yard line. 1st and 10. Takes a snap. Going to give it to McCaffrey again, and this time the defense catches on, and they will lose a yard on the play. But yeah, Braden, I appreciate you sparing my team there. Let's see. Carmichael says Penn State beat Maryland 30-0. And so, yeah, I didn't get to actually watch that game there, but I did see that the final score was 30-0. Oh, it says, what did Braden just say? Say that? That's not the real Braden, LOL. All right, here we go. Out of the shotgun here, Debo Samuel goes in motion. Quick pass there, caught by Brandon Ayuk, and that's going to take them to midfield just about. Now we got 3rd down coming up. Again, 9 minutes to go here in the first quarter. How's everybody looking with their fantasy football team so far today? And also make sure if you haven't done so already that you press the like button already. See if we can get off to a strong start here today. But we got 3rd and 6 right now here for the 49ers. Let's see, old man says, JB Ohio State Buckeyes got this. They winning it all. And so it's almost time for that big game of the year. All right, here we go to the shotgun here. Jimmy G has time, throws it over the middle, and that's going to be caught by Jennings there. and Jennings is going to pick up 7 yards on the play. Let's see. Braden says Iowa can still somehow make it to the Big Ten championship. I was looking at that earlier, Braden, and I was like, man, you guys better take advantage of that this year and even next year, because once we get USC and UCLA in the Big Ten, it's not going to be that easy. But there's still a path, though. There's still a path. All right, but here we go. First and 10, shotgun formation here. Three receivers, one tight end, one back. Takes a snap, looking, throws it, and it's going to be completed again. Brandon Ayuk again. And so takes it to the Chargers 22-yard line. Let's see. Ola says trash. He got owned. Brandon says his matchup is going better than expected. Okay, okay. Yeah, JB needs a big game today here from the 49ers here. George Kittle or Debo Samuel. I am playing my rival this week in fantasy, and I cannot be bested again by him. I have got to win this week. All right, got a fullback in the back in the backfield here. Quarterback up under center. Take the snap here. Going to toss it to the back. And so this time Elijah Mitchell with the carry. He's going to pick up 7 yards here. So now we got second and three right now. 15 yards away from the end zone. So both teams got off to a great start here on their opening drives. Can the 49ers finish it off? Let's see. Braden says, we need to win out and need Illinois to lose one game. Who do they play over the next 2 weeks? Illinois. Who do they play over the next 2 weeks? Carmichael says, I have lost in fantasy like 3 weeks in a row because of bye weeks and injuries, and so yeah, it's been brutal. It has been brutal. Ayuk goes in motion, takes a snap here, going to give it to Elijah Mitchell, and Mitchell, he's going to pick up about a good 2-3 yards in the play. We got third down coming up here, third and short. Again, Elijah Mitchell back with his return here. Let's see. Oh, it says, I got JB when it comes to Clyde. That dude's a bum. And so you got JB by JB for Clyde Edwards-Helaire. So I saw that tire was coming flat. So I was like, you know what? I got to try to see if I can trade him. All right, so we got first and goal here. So far, 10 plays, 60 yards, in about 5 minutes and 55 seconds in terms of time of possession. All right, so out of the shotgun here. Kittle goes in motion. They take the snap, fake it to the back. Jimmy looking. Jimmy throws it. Incomplete. Incomplete. Closest guy was Debo Samuel there, but incomplete. Second down coming up here. Second and goal. Let's see. Braden says Michigan and Northwestern. And so Carmichael says Juju got injured today, which really hurt my fantasy team. And so, yeah, I did see that. And there wasn't even a penalty called on that play, which was very surprising. Very surprising. Let's see. Mike says Gabe Davis caught a few. He did, and my fantasy team needed that, but I still need more. Mike says, how many thumbs up? Let's see how many thumbs up here after this play. And so they give the ball here to Debo Samuel, and Debo Samuel. Oh, Debo, about 2 yards shy. I need him to do it again. Do it again. Give the Debo one more time. Let him get into the end zone. My fantasy team begs this. Ode says, who do you think is the next head coach to be fired? I gotta go with Josh McDaniels. I feel like Josh McDaniels, if it wasn't for the guaranteed money, they would already fire him right now. But I still feel like it's a strong possibility that he's gonna be that next coach to be fired right now. Let's see. Andrew, what's good with you? What's good with you? Meanwhile, third and goal here. Debo goes in motion. They give it to McCaffrey, and doesn't look like that's going anywhere. Go for it. Go for it. It's 4th and 2. Roll the dice and go for it. Call something for your boy Kittle. And so let's see. Carmichael says in one of my other leagues, someone dropped Dante Johnson, so I had to pick him up on the waiver wires. I ended up starting George Pickens, and so oh wow, somebody actually dropped him. Oh wow. And let's see. Braden says there was a penalty, but they picked up the flag, and so they picked up the flag. That's man. I saw the hit now. I didn't see the whole flag part, but I saw the hit. That was insane. Braden says, bold prediction. I think the Jags make the playoffs next season. Okay, well, if it's next season, then I could possibly see that about third year for Trevor Lawrence. So if he is the guy, he will have to show it in the third year a lot more consistently. But there is an injured player right now, so we're going to hit the commercial here. But right now, fourth and goal, 2 yards away from the end zone. Should they go for it or should they go for the field goal? What do you guys think? Let's see. Mike says, can we shout out Panthers, PJ Walker, and the amazing running back? And so, yeah, he got the W. He did get the W. So shout out to PJ Walker coming through and getting that W. All right, meanwhile, since we're at the commercial, it's the perfect time to set up the first poll question of the day. Let's see, Braden says, you have Kittle now, JB. I used to have him, LOL. And so, yep, I got him and I need him. Who traded away Jonathan Taylor, by the way? Because I know that Jonathan Taylor had a great game today. Old says, go for it. How about shout out to Jeff Saturday in Indianapolis getting that win and bringing Matt Ryan back on? I mean, when I saw Matt Ryan out there scrambling and stuff, I mean, doing whatever it took. Wow. Let's see. Mike says, can we shout out Brady? He the GOAT. And so, well, shout out for Tom Brady then. Let's see. Oh, it says, yeah, Braden, I traded JB Kittle. And so Kittle's been getting tossed around. He has been getting tossed around. Oh, it says he did because that dude was hurt. And so, absolutely. I mean, these are usually the best weeks of the season to have George Kittle around this time of the year. This is where he starts going on a tear as of late. But again, right now, still currently at the commercial. When we come back, they will be forced with a 4th and 2 right now. So decision time for the 49ers here. Do you roll the dice with all that talent that you have? I don't know. Maybe you toss it to C Mac and he throws it in the end zone to Kittle for a touchdown. Who knows? But 4th and 2, let's see what they do. But right now, they are assisting 93 here for the Chargers. And he looks like he's in some pain here. Let's see. Oh, it says he also traded JT because he was hurt. And so, yeah, I know he had a big game today. Let's see. Carmaker says my whole team is up for trade except for Pat Moff and Najee Harris. All right, so here we go. Robbie Gold here. Field goal attempt here. Just 20 yards. Kick is up, and the kick is good. So the score right now, Chargers 7, Niners 3. Here in the first quarter with 4 minutes and 10 seconds to go. Let's see, Carmichael says that trade for it I got in my other league paid off today. And so bet. All right, but again, the poll question here, who you guys got between the 49ers and the Chargers? And so as through 4 votes right now, 3 say 49ers and 1 say the Chargers. Carmichael says, I would also like to keep Dallas defense. And so, hey, Braden says that doesn't help my fantasy matchup. And so, how are you guys feeling about making the playoffs? Like, if you got to put a percentage on the odds that you guys think you'll make the playoffs, what are you guys thinking in fantasy football in terms of making the playoffs? Like the way I look at my team, we are primed for a first round getting upset. Like I feel like we'll get in there as a high seed, but because we don't put up too many points, we'll get put out in the first round. Meanwhile, the return by the Chargers there, taken to the 13-yard line here. So great kickoff there by the 49ers. And so let's see what the Chargers do here on their second drive. They scored a touchdown the first time. Let's see if they can continue that success here in the second drive. Oh, it says 0%, and so you're pretty close to clinching first pick. And again, whoever wins the championship will get to override that if they want the first overall pick as well. But having a top two pick, you are very close to securing that. Carmichael says, I feel bad for drafting Derek Carr. And so, I mean, I can't blame you. I can't blame you. Meanwhile, here, Justin Herbert just scrambled up the middle, picked up about 2 yards before he started sliding. So you got 2nd and 8 right now. Ball at the 15-yard line of the Chargers. But yeah, nobody would have known the Raiders were going to be this bad, Carmichael, with all the weapons that they had. And you think about the fact that Darren Waller feels like he hasn't even sniffed the field right now. Hunter Renfro refuses to participate this year. So who would have guessed that? All right, but here we go here. Heavy formation, one back in the backfield, takes a snap from up under center here, going to give it to the back, and so the back plowing forward here. They're going to pick up about 4 yards on the play. That's Isaiah Spiller with the carry there. So third down coming up here, 3rd and 4 from the 19-yard line. Let's see, Braden said 50% because I'm in a really tough division. And so do you feel like, Braden, that you would have to go in as a division champ? Or do you think that you'll be one of the, like next four remaining, that to get in there, like the best four that's not division champs to get in there? Let's see. Carmichael says I would have said 90% a couple weeks ago. Now like 20%. All right, here we go, guys. Shotgun formation here. Takes the snap. 49ers hitting pressure, but Chargers did a good job picking it up. And oh, what a nice pass! What a nice pass there. And that was Palmer with the reception here. Again, an excellent pass there by Justin Herbert, doing what he does. Braden says Herbert dropping dimes tonight. Carmichael says, I am not lying. If you want Dante Johnson, offer me a trade, please. And so I might take a look and see, if it makes any sense for someone that I might can offer. I might take a look later on. Let's see. Oh, it says because JB was like, Debo, take my lunch money or on every trade. Meanwhile, Austin Eckler here gets the pitch and gonna pick up 2 yards on the play. I feel like One Piece did the same thing to me, old man. I mean, see, they took Alvin Kamara, found a way to get Jonathan Taylor also, and if those guys finish strong, look out. Let's see. Carmichael says I was the one who voted for the Chargers to win. And so, okay, bet, bet, bet. So at least I know now if the Chargers end up winning this one, I know Carmichael believed in them from the very beginning. But 7 votes in, 57% say 49ers, 43% say Chargers. I'll keep this up to the end of the first quarter. All right, but here we go. 3 receivers, 1 tight end, 1 back in the backfield. Receiver goes in motion, takes a snap here. Herbert looking. Going to dump it off to the back here. Austin Eckler off the right side, and he's going to take it in the 49er territory at the 49-yard line. Again, here in the first quarter with 1 minute and 24 seconds to go. Let's see, Carmichael says, my division is all within a game or two. And so that's going to be exciting because the way I set up the divisions, at least 4 of the 5 people in the division should play each other at the very end of the season. Braden says, got rid of Robbie Anderson today. And let's see, O says, need 49ers to win. All right, so here we go out of the shotgun here. Austin Eckler goes in motion, going to go 5 wide here. Takes a snap, 3rd and 3. Herbert looking, Herbert throws it, and incomplete, incomplete. It was a little bit behind Palmer, and he got a palm on it, but that was about it. And so 4th and 3 coming up, and so they will have to punt the ball. So 49ers defense gets a stop here. Let's see. Carmichael says, does anyone need Jacksonville's defense? All right, punts on the way. Fair catch symboled and caught at the 11-yard line. I'll tell you what, though, I'm glad that after this week I'll have Joe Mixon back because I certainly can use him on my fantasy team for sure. All right, so I need the 49ers to do something, but right now we got 44 seconds left to go here in the first quarter, and this will be the second time the 49ers will have the football. Last time out there, they kicked the field goal, and the score right now, Chargers 7, 49ers 3. All right, meanwhile, let's see how many thumbs up do we currently got going so far. All right, so right now we've got a total of 4 thumbs up right now. So yes, let's see if before halftime we can at least get to about 12 thumbs up here. Let's see if we can aim for 12 before we get to halftime here. Of course, we got a whole nother quarter to go and 44 seconds left to go here in the first. Let's see. Oh, it says, JB, did you see Carr post game interview? And so I did not. I did not. What did he say? Let's see. Mike says, I'm a JB fan. We want more JB. And so I appreciate that, Mike. I do appreciate that. Absolutely. And again, we got 44 seconds to go here in the first quarter. Let's see. O says, I truly feel bad for Carr, but Josh is the one head coach Carr can't overcome. And so, yeah, the Raider fans want him gone. They do, but that guaranteed money. You know what? What they should do in the future for head coaches is give you an give them the great deal, but let the first year be it can be voidable to where after 1 year we see your performance and it's just straight up garbage, we can let you go and then forget the rest of that guaranteed money. You should always have that first year as an option, and then if they bring you back for year two, then you just go ahead and get that large amount. They should do something like that in the future. Because a lot of times you get stuck with a head coach. I'm sure the Broncos, they're not happy with Nathaniel Hackett, and that sets your team back for a long time. And that's not fair for the fans because we had no say in this. Let's see. O says he was literally crying and very upset. I bet he was. I can imagine that he was. All right, so here we go. First and 10. Carmichael says, if I would have started Jacksonville's defense, I would have gotten one more point than the Cowboys defense. Let's see. Mike says 12 G or something for YouTube match. Push how much? And so, you know what? I meant to work on that. I was trying to figure out the site that they had for the merch and stuff like that because I wanted to customize it a certain way. So I got to figure that out. And meanwhile, Jimmy G, ooh, Brandon Ayuk, fun with the ball. Fun with the ball. Why can't you just target my guy? Why can't you throw it to Debo Samuel or throw it to George Kittle? I feel like he likes throwing the ball to Brandon Ayuk all the time. See, that's what y'all get trying to avoid JB Fantasy, guys. Let's see, Carmichael says Mike Tomlin has now beaten every team in the NFL that's not named the Steelers. Ode says, I don't see Josh getting fired. I can also see Carr getting traded, and then Adams demanding a trade. And so, I mean, I feel like it's the guaranteed money that's saving him right now. If it wasn't for that amount of guaranteed money, I think we'd be having a different conversation right now. Carter goes in motion, take the snap, play fake. Herbert looking, throws it down, incomplete. Incomplete. All right, so we got second and 10 coming up right now. Ball from the 49ers 29 yard line here. Let's see, Mike says, JB, keep grinding. You're the guy. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Let's see. Oh, it says JB is real quiet here in Buffalo, and so I know they're in shock because I know I would be extremely heartbroken if that happened to my team. Especially you already made the stop, and then you had the ball, and all you have to do is just quarterback sneak it, simple, and just fall forward. That's it. Just fall forward, and somehow they couldn't do that. And then Patrick Peterson out there getting picks. It was crazy. It was crazy. All right, but we're at the end of the first quarter right now. So at the end of the first quarter, Chargers up 7-3 over the 49ers, and the Chargers right now moving the football. Braden says he can't believe the Bills lost today. Mike says Bills are phonies. Carmichael says Bills sold big time. Mike says 49ers most overrated. And so meanwhile, I'll go ahead and end this. Okay, we got 12 votes right now. So 12 votes in here. So okay. I'll hold it up a little bit longer here. 49ers over the Chargers. So, do you guys feel like today's win was more about the Buffalo Bills and perhaps their weaknesses, or was it more about the Minnesota Vikings playing better football right now? How do you guys feel about that? Was that more of just the Bills and their weaknesses, or the Vikings and the fact that they've just been on a tear since they lost early in the season against the Eagles? What do you guys think? Let's see. Old says, I will bet Bill fans and players going to cry over the overtime rules. And let's see, Braden says Cowboys overrated. I'll tell you what though, I feel bad for Justin Fields. That's who I feel bad for because ever since that New England game, his coming out party pretty much. I mean, he's been on a tear. I mean, for fantasy football purposes, I'm mad I didn't draft him, but other than that, his team is still barely losing some really, really close games and stuff like that. And he's carrying his team. No offensive line, limited receivers, and all of that. And he's out there performing. But the Bears are finding ways to lose. Let's see. Braden says, I'm not going to compliment the Vikings. You know what? That statement alone tells me everything I need to hear. I read you loud and clear there, Braden. You don't have to say it. It's perfectly fine. You don't have to say it. I understand. Oh, it says Josh Allen is trying to be the savior, but Vikings are a great team. And so, yeah, they're a great team. I love what I'm seeing from Dalvin Cook and stuff like that as well. Obviously, we know what Justin Jefferson's doing out there. And so, I like what they're doing. Let's see. Oh, it says JB, I'm okay with Mac Jones as quarterback, but just imagine Justin Fields as a Patriots. Now, tell me this, Ode, in your heart of hearts, do you believe that that the Patriots would have drafted Justin Fields had the Bears traded up for Mac Jones instead and stuff like that? Do you think that they would have drafted Justin Fields still? Because I heard some things that if it was Justin Fields, that they probably would not have drafted him. I hope that is wrong, but how do you feel about that? Mike says Cowboys lost, and so yes, the Cowboys lost to the Green Bay Packers. Yes. All right, here we go. 3rd and 7 right now for Justin Herbert. Looking, throws it up there. Oh, he overthrew his guy Palmer there. That's an incompletion there. Incompletion. Good decision there. Just a little too far there, but I can't blame you there. 4th down coming up. Let's see. Carmichael says when the Steelers were going against the Bills, someone tried to trade me the Steelers defense. And so, really, who does have the Steelers defense? All right, so now we've got Dicker the kicker coming up here. 47-yard field goal attempt. Kick is up, and the kick is it's good. That thing waited till like the last second before it curved in. I was getting ready to say that he missed it. I thought he was going to miss it, but somehow that thing curved in. Let's see. Braden says Patriots need a number one receiver. That's what they need, and so that's why I was highly upset. I was hurt, Braden. I thought we were business partners when you didn't trade Devontae Adams to the Patriots. I was highly concerned. Yeah, I was highly concerned. Let's see. Second another look real quick and see how many thumbs up we've currently got going so far. But if you haven't pressed the thumbs up button so far, make sure to do so. Braden says bot. Let's see. Old says I truly think Bill Belichick was picking a quarterback no matter what, but I also believe Bill Belichick wanted Justin Fields. You had Cam there, and the team was built around Cam and Josh. I'm sorry, and Justin's strengths, and so I like to believe that as well. I really would like to believe that. Let's see. Braden says I don't think the Patriots wanted Devontae, and so oh come on now, Braden, come on now. We would have loved to have him. Not the price that you guys that the Raiders end up paying him. Certainly not for that price, but let's see. Carmichael says, but please offer me a trade on Dion. I'm sorry, Dante Johnson, Derek Carr, Juju Smith-Schuster, Josh Reynolds, Jacksonville defense. and Greg DeLuch. And so, yeah, of those names, only Dante Johnson seems somewhat intriguing. But I need to see Kenny Pickett start lighting it up through the air. I feel like in our fantasy league, though, there's going to be a lot of upsets once we get to the playoffs. Because, quite frankly, once you get to the playoffs, there won't be any more bye weeks and stuff like that. So maybe teams that suffered with the bye weeks, if they can just get in the playoffs, I feel like they'll upset some of the top tier teams and stuff like that. Let's see. Old says the only way I didn't see Patriots taking a quarterback is if Lance was on the board. I think Bill Belichick would have traded back and then drafted Mills in the second half. Let's see. Mike says Raiders stink. JB. Wait till my new power rankings. And so I have to agree with you there. As much as I went to bat for the Raiders like early in the season, I can no longer bat for them anymore because they took the bat, they broke the bat. There's nothing left to defend them with. Let's see. Carmichael says. Let's see. Brandon says Carmichael, would you trade Carr for Rogers? Carmichael says yes, he would. I believe this is what we call a trade agreement. Is Derek Carr your number one quarterback, or is he like your number two quarterback? Let's see. Braden says his team has definitely suffered because of bye weeks. I know what you mean. I have Joe Mixon go off last week, and then this week I don't have him. Josh Allen deserves that he's going to be nice and let Devin Singletary score the first two touchdowns of the game. Let's see. Braden says, okay, Carmichael. All right, so here we go. Again, the score right now: Chargers up 10-3 here in the second quarter, early stages of the second quarter here. 14 minutes and 52 seconds to go. So Jimmy G in the offense for the 49ers. Let's see what they do here on this drive. Jimmy G up under center, got a fullback in the backfield here. Two receivers, one tight end. They snap the ball here, going to toss it to McCaffrey, and McCaffrey met in the backfield. They bring him down. He's going to lose a yard. Let's see. Old says, anyone in JB division looking for Tua or D Hop, let me know. And so, again, Old still trying to make deals here. I feel like the trade deadline is probably like a good, what, 2 weeks out, I think, coming up, if I'm not mistaken. I believe it's supposed to be around the Thanksgiving holiday when the trade deadline will appear. So definitely do keep that in mind. All right, here we go out of the shotgun here. Five wide. Jimmy G looking, throws it, and it's caught again. Brandon Ayuk with yet another reception. Now, there is a guy that's. Okay, so number nine got up slowly for the Chargers, but he seems to be okay. Let's see. Ola says, not you, though, JB. You're treating me the way the 49ers are treating Debo Samuel this season. Just wanting to exclude him, it seems. All right, well, we got third and five here. Mike says JB will fleece you. All right, out of the shotgun, takes a snap, looking, on the move, throws it, incomplete, but there is a penalty here. Probably going to be on the offense here. This is not good. My fantasy team may be in big trouble right now. Yeah, my fantasy team is in big trouble right now. All right, so we got the punt unit coming out here for the 49ers. All right, punts on the way. Let's see if we get a return here by the Chargers. Nope, goes out of bounds there. So it goes out of bounds. So it looks like first and 10 from about the 25-yard line. All right, so we're going to hit the commercial here. Let's see, Mike says, JB, I can skip my power rankings if you want. And so, absolutely not. We definitely need to see those power rankings. See what teams have risen and what teams are getting buried at the very bottom. All right, let's see. Courtesy of Mike here. All right, so courtesy of Mike, I have put up this poll question: are the Bills phonies? And so I know which one Mike's going to be voting for. Let's see, so far two votes, both say yes. Oh, we've got one that says no. But again, still right now, currently at the commercial here. But when we come back, it will be the Chargers here with the football. Already hosting the lead 10-3 here in the second quarter. Let's see, Braden says, up, hold on. All right, so Braden says that loss by the Bills was big for the Chiefs. Mike says, 10th year in your neck of the woods, JB. And so, yeah, so over here it's actually been like, well, during the daytime it was like low 40s. Well, actually it was like mid 40s, I should say. But now, probably, I'm guessing about maybe 30s. Carmichael says, bot. Let's see, Mike says, who is the best in D for 49ers, JB? And so, best on the defensive side for the 49ers? Is that what you're asking? Because if so, I would have to go with Nick Bosa. Let's see, Mike says, JB, you getting married? And so, yes, JB will be getting married. Yes, in December. Meanwhile, pass and incomplete. 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 So now we got third down coming up. Let's see. Braden says Christian Watson had a huge game today. And so I saw the touchdown, Braden. I saw the touchdown. I started typing in free agency to see if he was a free agent in our league, but no. No, that wasn't. Mike says JB that cold, and so I'm sure not by Buffalo standards. That is not cold at all. In fact, you guys consider that hot. Meanwhile, here, third and 11. Herbert looking, gonna throw it down low. And so, oh man, what a nasty, disrespectful stiff arm that was. But only picked up about 6 yards on the play, so about 5 yards short of the first. Fourth down coming up here by the Chargers, so they'll get the ball right back to the 49ers. Mike says, congratulations, JB. I didn't know. And so, yeah, appreciate that, Mike. Appreciate that. So, yeah, that'll probably mean that I'll probably end up missing a couple of the college football bowl games that'll take place. Like, I'll be back for the January stuff and also February, but in December, I'll probably end up missing a good portion of the bowl games because I'll be out of the country then. So, yeah. Let's see. But appreciate that, Mike. And let's see. Mike says Watson is the Madden creation, and so is a Madden creation, and so a Madden creation. All right, but Jimmy in the offense coming out here. Throw the ball to my guy Debo Samuel. It's not that hard to give him a couple passes and stuff like that. Gee, and get George Kittle involved as well. All right, but Jimmy and the offense coming out here in the second quarter with 12 minutes and 8 seconds to go. They find themselves down by a touchdown here, trailing 10-3. In the zone, what's good with you? Hey, how about them Vikings, right? How about them Vikings? Congrats on a major big time win and also so far game of the year so far. But what a big time win for the Vikings. Had me worried for a little bit there, but you guys came through. Meanwhile, Jimmy throws it to no man's land there. Incomplete. Second down coming up. Let's see. Carmichael says, congrats on getting married, JB. And so, yes, appreciate that again. Appreciate that. Absolutely. Yes, so that's why JB has the whole donation thing up there for sure. So just any donations would be appreciated. And I do have in the description, it's like at the very bottom of the description, there's the donation link. And so for anybody that does have interest in donating, it is right there. And let's see, Mike says, how Mr. JB thinking about all them coast roller coasters? And so Mr. JB was shocked that Jeff Saturday was selected to be the head coach. He was wondering what was up with that, but I think after today, he might be in favor of it. And then the fact that Matt Ryan's being thrown back up there, he doesn't know what to expect right now. He really doesn't. He really doesn't. But he'll take the W today. Let's see. It's been quite an up and down year for him in sports. I mean, from the Colts also to the Miami Hurricanes, it's just been up and down so far this season. All right, but here we go here for the 49ers out of the shotgun. We've got trips at the bottom of the formation here. Takes a snap, look in, moves. Jimmy's going to run with it, and oh, Jimmy got hit that time, but he's going to be about a yard shy. Fourth down coming up here. So fourth down coming up. Oh, come on. Y'all got to go for this. Well, it is from their own 33-yard line, so I'm thinking about my fantasy team here. Oh, a block punt. A block punt. Wow. Great job there by the Chargers special teams. That's insane. All right, so here we go here. After that play here, so now you're already starting off in the 49ers territory at their 46-yard line. You take the snap here, looking, gonna throw it there to the back, and so Eckler's gonna pick up about 8 yards in the play. You got second and two coming up. And so let's see. Mike says keys to marriage. You guys like the same movies and the same Papa John's. And so Papa John's for a fact now. Papa John's for a fact and stuff like that. Now we do have some mutual movies, all that stuff, but those are important for sure. For sure. All right, so here we go. Got a fullback, couple tight ends here. Takes a snap, play fake, looking, throws it, and ooh, did he get the first down or not? Excellent tackle. He will be short of the first. So third down coming up here. 3rd and 1. Quarterback sneaks it, and that's going to be a first down. Going to be a first down. All right, so after that, fresh new set of downs to work with here in the second quarter with 9 minutes and 5 seconds to go. Again, the Chargers up 10-3 right now over the 49ers, trying to extend that lead. Ball right now at the 35-yard line, 1st and 10. All right, so here we go to the shotgun. Carter goes in motion here for the Chargers. 49ers sending 4. Herbert throws it, and oh, he had a man. He had a man. That would have been a touchdown. And so, yep. Wow. He had a man too. It was there, just right through his hands. Ain't nothing you can do with that. I mean, all you can do is drop the play, execute the play, but it's up to the guy to catch it. Oh, come on, man. Come on, son. You got to catch that. All right, takes the snap out of the shotgun here. Throws it. Oh, what a catch. Was that even the intended receiver? And so Carter brought down here 2 yards shy of getting to the end zone. What a play. I literally was looking at the other receiver thinking the ball was for him. Wow, that was wow. All right, so here we go. Got a tight end, 2 receivers, fullback back in the backfield. Carter goes in motion, take the snap here, play fake, looking, throws it too high, incomplete, incomplete, incomplete. Got 2nd and goal coming up here again, 7 yards away from the end zone. This drive, 6 plays, 39 yards, 2 minutes and 20 seconds in terms of time of possession. All right, receiver goes in motion here. Up, they're going to stop the play before it even gets started. And so, Lewis, what's good with you? And you say Shannon Sharp thinks the 49ers are going to the Super Bowl. We're all expecting the 49ers to go on a bit of a run at some point late in this season. But right now, the Chargers here, 2nd and goal, shotgun formation here. All right, Herbert in the pocket, feeling the pressure, and oh, brought down from behind here. And that is Nick Bosa with the sack. Lost a yard on the sack. All right, here we go. 3rd and goal here. Again, here in the second quarter with 7 minutes and 28 seconds to go. Chargers up 10-3, trying to extend that lead here on 3rd down. Takes a snap. Gonna throw it to Austin Eckler. Got to make a couple people miss here, and he picks up about 2 yards on the play. That's gonna bring up 4th down, however, and that should bring out the field goal unit. Let's see. Braden says, "Hey Carmichael, would you trade Devin Duvernay for Dante Johnson?" Ooh. All right, so we got the 25-yard field goal attempt coming up here for the Chargers to extend their lead to 10 points if this is good. And the kick is good. So it's going to be 13-3 here in the second quarter with 6 minutes and 42 seconds to go here before the half. Chargers up by 10. When we come back, we'll get to see what the 49ers do offensively. And so far here for let's start with the 49ers offense. Jimmy G, he's 5 of 8 right now for 56 yards, no touchdowns, no interceptions. 49ers offense, you've got Christian McCaffrey, 6 carries for 14 yards. You've got Jimmy G, also 1 carry for 2 yards here. Debo Samuel, he had 1 carry for 7 yards. And Elijah Mitchell had 4 carries for 20 yards so far today. Receiving rise for the 49ers, Brandon Ayuk has been the main target here. 4 catches, 49 yards so far. He caught all 4 of his targets here. Meanwhile, for the Chargers, Justin Herbert, 11 of 17 for 147 yards, 1 touchdown, no interceptions, sacked once. Meanwhile, on the ground for the Chargers as a team, just 9 carries for 18 yards. Austin Eckler has 4 carries for 10 yards so far in this one, and Isaiah Spiller's got 3 carries for 4 yards also. Let's see. Mike says, this good game but rough week. A lot of good teams versus garbage. Let's see. Carmichael says, I don't know. Let me think about that. Braden says, what? Okay, Carmichael. Let's see. Lewis says, what do you think about the Cowboys need to do to get over the hump? What do the Cowboys need to do to get over the hump? I feel like for the Cowboys, honestly, it starts at the top. It starts at the top with Jerry Jones fully allowing someone else to just completely, and by someone else, I don't mean his son, but just allowing someone else to take control of this team here. But I feel like they have all the talent there, but Dak Prescott is not living up to the value for what they paid him. Nor is Zeke. So you got a couple guys right there that, I mean, don't get me wrong, they're good pieces, but they're not giving you the investment of what you're paying them to do. Because anybody can clearly see Tony Pollard is more effective right now than Zeke is. But yet Zeke gets the carries because he gets paid the money and stuff like that. And then bad trades like trading away Amari Cooper and stuff like that. And then I mean, because they would have been better with him. They would have been better with him. So little things like that, I feel like is contributed to the team being what they are right now. But it starts with Jerry Jones, honestly. It starts with him because some of the decisions that he made in terms of when they paid Dak, how they paid Dak, when they paid Zeke, how they paid Zeke, then the guys they choose not to pay going to other teams and all like that. Von Miller wanting to be a Cowboy, being denied, decisions like that. That's what's hurting this team from really assembling a team that can change the culture, in my opinion. Because it's tough with the Cowboys. It's really tough. It's just how they're spending their money. They're not getting the investment worth that. Let's see. Mike says at half, please review games, good teams versus bad teams, few exceptions. Okay, bet. Meanwhile, kickoff here, no return, so the 49ers will take over from their own 25-yard line. Braden says Jerry would never do that. Mike says Jerry Jones 100. And so yeah, we know for a fact Jerry Jones would never do that. But some of the decisions that he makes, I mean, they hurt the team. They hurt the team. All right, but here we go. Garoppolo up under center. Because what got me is that they decided to get Mike McCarthy because what? He was their drinking buddy? Like, come on, man. Come on. I mean, why they toss it to the back here, and so this is Elijah Mitchell with the carry. He picks up 3 yards on the carry. Got second down coming up here, 2nd and 7. And so let's see. Lewis says, great take. And so I appreciate that. Let's see. Braden says, agreed, JB, even though I don't like the Cowboys. And so it's the truth. It's the truth. Let's see. Ode says, of course, 49ers not going to do the Patriots a solid. And so, well, you know that, Ode. You know that. Mike says, is Jones too old? I mean, he's not too old to own a team, but he's too old to be getting involved with the thing. When you're finishing up the first day of the draft and he's over there talking about your draft board and stuff like that. Come on now. Some things you got to keep in house. Some things you just got to. All right, but here we go. Jimmy feeling the pressure, but they're going to stop the play, and thank goodness they did. But they stopped the play here. Delay of the game on the offense. That's going to back them up. I need the 49ers to start getting Debo Samuel and George Kittle involved here. None of them have really been involved at all today offensively. And so let's see. Braden says trading Amari Cooper for a late round pick wasn't good. It didn't help. Oh, it says people are saying Brady or Jimmy G with the new will be the new Raiders quarterback after Carr gets traded. And so Jimmy to the Raiders would be interesting there, but that contract that Derek Carr has, that's still gonna be big. And so Black Medicine, what's good with you? Meanwhile, pass in the direction of Debo Samuel there, but incomplete. Third down coming up. And so, referencing the Don't F With Me by Jerry Jones, Braden says, I don't hate Jeff Saturday, but coach shouldn't have not hired. And so, yeah, I mean, it's tough how that works there, but just to go straight for the hire mid-season when he wasn't on your staff, that's my problem with it. If you want to get the man the job at the end of the season and all like that after you conducted your interviews, I couldn't have said much about that. But mid-season, they found a loophole for sure. All right, here we go out of the shotgun, third and 12 here. Jimmy G here with the football looking. Throws it over the middle, and it's going to be caught there by George Kittle. And now George Kittle is going to rumble for a good pickup of 21 yards and a first down at the 49ers 44-yard line. Let's see, Mike says, shout out to potato pie and whipped cream. And so, yes, Mike's got me thinking about Thanksgiving already. Thanks for that. Let's see. Braden says him. Let's see. Old says yes, but if they trade Carr by a day, they would increase save 30 million. So my question is, who would want to take up that contract for Carr if you know you're not going to have the amount of weapons that he's already accustomed to? That would be interesting. Maybe Carolina, I guess. Meanwhile, Jimmy moving around, throws it, and that's going to be completed there. But there is a penalty. And that was Ray McLeod. I haven't heard his name much this season. And so, this Islamic, what's good with you? What's good with you? And you say, that's what I thought. Hold on. You say, it's a good old Envoy Network, bro. And so, hey, glad to have you. And so, let's see. Braden says they should have promoted Gus Bradley. And so, one of the obvious choices I would have thought. Meanwhile, penalty is declined there. So nice pickup there. Takes it to the Chargers 23-yard line. First down here. And so let's see if they can cap this off in the end zone. Let's see. Braden says that's what I thought they were going to do. Oh, it says JB, some of these Patriot fans trying to say trade Mac to the Colts and then trade for Carr. And so no, don't trade for Derek Carr. Now he doesn't have that winner instinct in him. Don't do it. Meanwhile, Jimmy G takes a snap here, going to throw it here to Christian McCaffrey, and McCaffrey's going to pick up about 6 yards on the ground. And now we got second and 4 coming up from the Chargers, 17-yard line again, right now they're trailing 13-3. And so let's see. This says we, San Francisco, need to pick up OBJ, bro. And so OBJ to the 49ers, I feel like I would really like to see that. Well, minus for my fantasy football team because I got both Debo and George Kittle. But like seeing him host that 49er helmet, though, that would be really nice. All right, but here we go. Shotgun formation here. McCaffrey goes in motion. They take the snap. Going to throw it to McCaffrey. And so McCaffrey's going to get the first down here and goes out of bounds at about the 5-yard line. First and goal there for the 49ers. And let's see. Mike says Panthers. Let's see. This Islamic says Bay Area in here. What it do? And so glad to have you here. And so let's see. He says Carr is a good backup at best. He's a liability for the Raiders here. And so a liability for the Raiders. I feel like it all starts with Josh McDaniels down there. For what they had going last year, they should have kept rolling with it for another year. Build off of that. Meanwhile, they get the ball here to McCaffrey, and McCaffrey's going to be about a yard shy here. About a yard or two shy. So now you got second and goal coming up here. 2 minutes and 40 seconds left to go here before the half. 49ers down by 10 points, so they really want to get into the end zone here. All right, second and goal here. All right, 2 minutes and 17 seconds here. Fullback goes in motion. Let's see. They're going to have to call a timeout here. Let's see. Mike says, are 49ers most overrated team ever? And so I would not say that. When I think of most overrated team, I got to really think about who I consider most overrated team right now. I mean, I've got half a mind to say maybe at this point, maybe the Cowboys right now come to mind, but I got to think about that for a minute. Let's see. The Islamic says OBJ would quickly take Ayuk's position, or he would move Brandon inside, and so yes, yes. All right, so after that timeout right now, so here we go. They give it again to C Mac, and C Mac's going to be short, but they are barely just short of the end zone here. Let's see. This, you say that at Mike, we still need a couple pieces to be bowl ready. All right, so here we go. At the commercial now, because of the 2 minute warning here. And when we come back, it's going to be third and goal here from the 1 yard line. So far on this drive, 8 plays, 74 yards, 4 minutes and 42 seconds to go here. For my fantasy football team's sake, I am really hoping they just put Debo Samuel in the backfield, give it to him. But I feel like they're not going to do that. They want Christian McCaffrey to score, so they're going to give him the ball. But meanwhile, we are currently right now at the commercial, so now it's a good time, if you haven't done so already, to go ahead and press that thumbs up button. And also, if you're someone that's watching that's new to the channel, do consider subscribing and becoming a part of JB Nation for sure. But again, right now, currently at the commercial, so not missing anything. All right, let's see. Next poll question going up here. Let's see. Braden says, just saw your fantasy matchup, JB. Wow, it's going to be close. That's not good news. He's the one guy I have trouble beating in fantasy football. I don't know what it is. He's been my kryptonite since the first year and stuff like that. I need to win this. I need to win. Meanwhile, I put up another poll question here about the Chargers. And so, are they contenders or pretenders this season? And already, immediately, two votes in, one for each. Let's see. Mike says top 10 reasons JB wants to visit Buffalo. Yeah, JB wants to see that as well. All right, so here we go. Here, third and goal. Yeah, now you see why JB really needs Debo Samuel or either George Kittle to score here. All right, here we go. And so, oh, Jimmy G keeps it himself here. So Jimmy is going to score on the quarterback keeper up the middle. And so touchdown 49ers here, 9 plays, 75 yards, 4 minutes and 45 seconds in terms of time of possession off the clock. Let's see. Braden says he's the 49ers and you're the Rams. And so it really seems that way. It really seems that way. Because the first year that I had my fantasy football league, he had just somehow made the playoffs. We all thought that his team was done, but somehow he made the playoffs. And then I played his team. I think it was week two because he had put out Pop Brown's team the first week. So I played him week two, and then he ended up like because I had Gaskins as one of my running backs. This was the first year that Gaskins was a starter in the league, so I picked him up. He was a savior that year, And I had only lost, I think, one or two games in the regular season that year in fantasy football. But long story short, he picked up who's that guy? It was like a mid something that the Dolphins had, like a mid with an S, and he had like 28 points in fantasy football that week. And he had just made a trade for Stephon Diggs as well. He traded straight up Julio Jones for Stephon Diggs, and both of those guys came back to pretty much eat my team alive. It was awful how that happened. All right, let's see. Braden, let's see. Mike says Bills continue to drop in my power rankings. Braden says need Michael Banley and DeAndre Carter to get some targets, and so don't we all have some needs? But right now, JB's not happy with what his fantasy team is doing so far. But we are at the commercial right now, and there's still a minute 57 seconds to go. So let's see how the Chargers operate their 2 minute offense here. They got all three timeouts here, so plenty of opportunity here for Justin Herbert to take them down the field. All right, I see right now we're currently at 10 thumbs up here. Let's see if we can get to maybe 15 thumbs up here before halftime. But again, still right now at the commercial. And 8 votes so far, and we're tied 4 votes apiece for are the Chargers contenders or pretenders. All right, so getting ready to return to the action here. About to have the kickoff here. All right, so kickoff here on the way. See if we get a return here. All right, no return here. So the Chargers will take over from their own 25-yard line here. They're leading right now 13-10. All right, here we go. First and 10 here. Takes the snap out of the shotgun, looking, going to dump it to the back here, Austin Eckler. And so Eckler picks up about a yard on the catch there. So now you got second and 9 coming up right now from their own 26-yard line with a minute 45 seconds to go here in the second quarter. All right, here we go to the shotgun here. Takes the snap, looking, throws it. Incomplete, incomplete. But there is a penalty here. There is a penalty. Pass interference called on the defense there, so that's going to be an automatic first down here for the Chargers. They'll have first and 10 here from about the 49 or 43-yard line. Carter goes in motion. Takes a snap here. Dumps it down again to the back. And now we are in the 49ers side of the football field. Second down coming up here, second and 2 from the 49ers 49-yard line with a minute 20 left to go here before the half. Again, Chargers up 13-10. Trying to hurry up here. Lines up in the shotgun here. 3 receivers, 1 tight end, 1 back. Takes a snap. 49ers sent in four and tried to dump it off to the back again, but this time the 49ers defense said no, not happening again. It was Jackson there who swatted the ball down. Third and two coming up. Stops the clock with a minute and 9 seconds to go here in the second quarter. Let's see. Braden says, I have Devontae Parker, Marquise Brown, and Mike Williams on IR, but all look like they'll be ready for if you make the playoffs. So you got to get there. That's the problem, just getting there. Meanwhile, pass there, and that's going to be completed to Carter there. Tight window he was throwing to there. He needed 2 yards, picked up 5 yards, and a first down. You got 55 seconds here. Again, the team has all three timeouts. So already lined up in a shotgun, takes a snap, looking, throws it. Ooh, that was dangerous. That was dangerous there. Either way, they recover if it was a fumble or not. So Chargers had the ball here. All right, so you got a timeout called here by the Chargers. 45 seconds remaining here before the half. Oh, don't even want to look at my fantasy team right now. It's just not good at all. All right, so it looks like we have an official review here. All right, so as they check out, I guess, the spot of the football here, we will hit the commercial here. And again, Chargers here with the football. They're up 13-10, facing second and 10 right now from the 49ers 44-yard line. And again, so far here for the Chargers, though, Justin Herbert, 14 of 21 so far, 161 yards through the air, one touchdown, no interceptions. He has been sacked once so far here. Chargers as a team, 9 carries for 18 yards on the ground. Now, receiving wise, they've pretty much been targeting Austin Eckler out the backfield like a lot. He's been targeted 8 times. He's got 6 catches for 37 yards. DeAndre Carter, he's gotten all three of his targets for 3 catches for 70 yards and a receiving touchdown. And Joshua Palmer has 1 catch for 25 yards as well for the Chargers. Meanwhile, they are reviewing this play still. Let's see. Braden says, are you going to stream tomorrow's game? And so that is the plan, Braden. I definitely do plan to stream tomorrow's game. I didn't set it up there because I wanted to at least wait until it was closer to that moment to set it up, but I do intend on doing it. And tomorrow is, if I'm not mistaken, the Commanders versus Eagles. And so we'll see how that plays out. Crazy things have happened. If I'm not mistaken, what was it, about 2 or 3 years ago when the Steelers were 11 and 0? It was the Commanders who ended up beating the Steelers and ending their undefeated season, well, prematurely undefeated season, and then they went on to lose every game except for one after that for the Steelers. If you guys remember that. All right, meanwhile, Herbert here takes a snap out of the shotgun. On the move. Gonna slide here. Nice pickup there, but still a little short of the first. And by a little, at least about a good 5 yards short. Let's see. Braden says, okay, JB. Old says, come on, 49ers. Yeah, right now the 49ers are not helping me out. Let's see. Braden says, yep, wouldn't be surprised if Washington beats the Eagles. And so upsets tend to happen a lot, especially when you least expect them. So this seems like the type of game where it's a big time matchup, prime time matchup. Heineke is so gimmicky that I feel like it really could happen. Meanwhile, 38 seconds to go here before the half. Chargers up 13 to 10, facing third and six right now. Ball at the 40-yard line of the 49ers here. Takes a snap. 49ers sending pressure. Herbert steps up and he's going to scramble. And oh, looks like he got the first down there, but there is a flag here. There is a flag. Let's see. Braden says Herbert took a shot there, and so yes. Oh yeah. You see that helmet to helmet there, 57 to Herbert. Yes, a shot to the to the helmet there. Hmm. Again, they're viewing the replays here to see, and we're just waiting official word here. Flag or not. All right, so they went ahead and opted to call that one on the defense there. And so unnecessary roughness there. Disqualification follows. Big time penalty there. Let's see. Braden says that Herbert should get checked for a concussion. And so, well, I guarantee if that had happened to Tua, they would have did it for him. Well, all right. So insert Chase Daniels here. His 13th season in the league. Takes a snap out of the shotgun. Gonna, threw it there for Austin Eckler. He dropped it, but Incomplete. Second down coming up. 27 seconds to go here before the half. All right, here we go to the shotgun. Takes a snap. Looking. And too high for Austin Eckler again. Incomplete. So we got third and 10 right now. 24 seconds remaining here to the half. All right, so all Chase has to do, if it's not there, just don't turn the ball over and don't take a sack. Here he goes, takes a snap here on the move, and they bring him down there. He loses about a yard or two, and they will have to burn their final timeout here and bring out the field goal unit. All right, timeout call with 3 seconds remaining here before the half. All right, so here goes the kicker for the Chargers here, trying to extend the lead. This would be a 40-yard field goal attempt, and this will take us to the half. And so kicks on the way, and that is good. So that is good. So there you go. 16 to 10. That's our score here at the half. Chargers up 16 to 10 over the 49ers. All right, so right now we are currently at the half, and you guys know what that means here. All right, but really quickly though, JB's going to step away for 1 second. JB will be right back. All right, JB is back. All right, so okay, perfect time to recap, courtesy of Mike's request earlier, to recap all the games that transpired throughout week 10. And so we will start with last Thursday, where we saw the Carolina Panthers win 25 to 15 in that matchup there. PJ Walker and company were able to avenge pretty much the loss they had, I think, like 2 weeks prior, in which pretty much they ended up losing a game in which they probably felt that they shouldn't have. But they found a way to win. Foreman played great. in that matchup, and they won 25-15. I saw Marcus Mariota just throwing up some of everything in that game. It was pretty comical from that perspective, but big win there for Carolina as an organization. And then obviously this morning there down there in Germany, you had the Seahawks and the Buccaneers in that one. Bucks won that one 21-16. They did jump out to like a 14-0 lead, I think, at the half. But Brady and company found a way to put together two in a row wins now. So maybe the Buccaneers are back. Who knows? Chris Godwin, he had a pretty good game in that matchup there. And of course, the game that everybody's been talking about today, the Minnesota Vikings versus the Buffalo Bills. That game, honestly, it can't. I mean, the ending that you have for that one, you could not have write a better script for how that game just played out and stuff like that. But ultimately, leading up to the game, there was a lot of questions as to if Josh Allen plays, how healthy was he going to be. But we pretty much saw Josh Allen look like Josh Allen out there, and so he took some hits, he did some scrambling, threw some throwing, all that stuff. But ultimately, it was the Vikings, Justin Jefferson, Dalvin Cook, all of them. They went out there and they won 33-30 in overtime. Patrick Peterson with the game clinching interception in that matchup earlier today. And then you had, let's see, the Detroit Lions versus the Chicago Bears. And so Detroit found a way to win 31-30 in spite of the fact that Justin Fields pretty much has been playing outstanding for the Bears there, but it's always just one or two plays too short, it seems like. But meanwhile, for Detroit, two wins in a row, two division opponents in a row. And so I think Detroit might be onto something, but they won 31-30 in this matchup there. Let's see. Next up was the Chiefs versus the Jacksonville Jaguars. And so Kansas City at home, they won that one 27-17. And so Jags did score, I think, a touchdown late to get that 17 point there. But ultimately, Kansas City took care of business as they should. Now the Browns versus the Dolphins there, Tua and company, they have been on a tear as of late. And so this is a scary offense for anybody that has to play them. I mean, they're just going out there and just throwing the ball around, whether it is Tyreek, whether it's Waddle, however, and even on the ground. I mean, that's the difference from this year's team and last year's team. Aside from the new receivers, they're getting it done on the ground as well. Jeff Wilson, Mostert, those guys, tremendous, on the ground, so they have that balance. And if this team can stay healthy, you look at their pieces. Tua, you look at Mostert, you look at Wilson, three guys I mentioned right there that they have a history of injuries, but if they can stay healthy, this team has a very high ceiling, and they'll be very interesting to watch the rest of the way. But they won 39-17 over the Browns. Then next you got the Giants versus the Houston Texans, in which the Giants won 24-16. I really do feel like for Houston at this point, I mean, I think Brandon Cooks pretty much sums up what's going on down there in Houston. He came back this week. They took the captain status away from him. Some things going down there in Houston for sure, but the Giants found a way to win as they've done many times this season. They won 24-16 in that matchup. And then you had the Pittsburgh Steelers versus the Saints. Pretty much Kenny Pickett and company, how they performed in that one. And so it was still a team effort there, getting it done the unconventional way there. They were able to get George Pickens to get a rushing touchdown in that one. Plus, Kenny Pickett did not hesitate to run himself. And so they were able to win that matchup 20-10 against the Saints. And so the Saints, they've just hasn't been their year this year, just not have been their year. They did a good job also shutting down Alvin Kamara as well for the Saints in that matchup for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Meanwhile, talking about shutting down running backs, the Broncos versus the Tennessee Titans, the game that Ryan Tannehill returned in perfect time. Not just him, Traylon Burks as well, but Tennessee won 17-10 in spite of the fact that Derrick Henry did not have a typical Derrick Henry type of performance. Did not matter because Tennessee still found a way to win a hard fight game right there. Two physical teams for sure, and so, but 17-10, Titans beat the Broncos there. Jerry Jeudy did get hurt in that game. I do remember that Jerry Jeudy did get hurt in that game for the Broncos. Not sure how severe it is, but I know that he did get hurt in that matchup. Then obviously Jeff Saturday versus Josh McDaniels, and Jeff Saturday's team came out on top, and it felt good to see Jonathan Taylor return for Indianapolis. Plus Matt Ryan was out there doing everything he can to give this offense a chance there, and so ultimately they were able to win 25-20. Felt real bad though for guys like Devontae Adams, Derek Carr, all of them, but the Colts were able to win 25-20 on the road at the Las Vegas Raiders. Another game was the Overtime matchup, the Dallas Cowboys versus the Green Bay Packers. Green Bay dropping 31 points. I know it's weird to feel like it's weird that Green Bay scored 31 points, but Christian Watson had his first receiving touchdown in that one. Aaron Jones, he was just running rogue out there in a good way. And Dallas, I mean, they took it to overtime, but ultimately, when you needed Dak and company to step up and win the game, these are the games that when they had Cooper Rush, we were like, what about these games? We got to go out there and score. And they were hoping that Dak can come out there and do it. But this was a big time failure right here for Dak and the offense here for the Dallas Cowboys. They lost 31 to 28 to the Green Bay Packers in overtime. And then the Cardinals versus the Rams, the game in which neither team had their starting quarterbacks. And so for Arizona, they were able to win on the road 27 to 17. And for the Rams, the one good thing that Matthew Stafford does is get Cooper Kupp the ball. They were unable to do that. Cooper Kupp did leave with an injury. I really do hope that he's okay. I mean, he's such a tremendous athlete. You don't want to see him down. But the Rams, they found a way to embarrass themselves at home there. They lost 27 to 17. And so that is our recap. And of course, this game taking place right now. The Chargers are up 16 to 10 against the 49ers. And tomorrow will be the Commanders versus the Eagles. And so, but yeah, that is the recap. All right, time for another poll question. And again, still right now at the half. But poll question is better division, AFC East or NFC East? And so let's see. And you say this live born, and so let me help you with that. Meanwhile, Black Medicine, what's good with you? And you say just here to say Iowa and Green Bay sucks, and so there you go. And again, right now, currently at halftime. Meanwhile, still here at the commercial here. But again, to recap what took place there in the first two quarters, I mean, the Chargers did outscore the 49ers in the first quarter 7 to 3. And in the second quarter, they outscored the 49ers 9 to 7. So both quarters, the Chargers outscored them there. But they're up 16 to 10 right now. Let's see. Black says, dude came in here with a picture of a rusty Cadillac. Mike says, thumbs it up. And so, yes, let's say where we are right now in terms of the thumbs up. And so, let's see. Black says he probably stayed at his grandma still. And so, let's see how many thumbs up we've currently got going. So, right now, we currently have, let's see. All right, so right now we got 14 thumbs up here. So not bad at all. Let's see if we can reach, I say 25 by the time this stream is over. That'd be a good number. But again, we have the entire second half to go. And if you're like me, you want to see more out of Debo Samuel and George Kittle moving forward. All right, let's check on the poll right now. So 5 votes in, and we've got 3 for the NFC East, 2 for the AFC East. All right, so the start of the third quarter is almost upon us here. Second half of this game. And again, the 49ers will get the ball here coming out of halftime here. All right, so getting ready for the kickoff here. All right, kickoff on the way. Let's see if we get a return here. And third quarter is on the way. No return here. So the 49ers now with the football to start things off here from their own 25-yard line. Mike says, go 49ers. Let's see. And so, let's see. All right, there you go. Removed another one. And so JB is all for anybody and everybody on the stream. But if you don't want to be here, then there's no problem with that. Absolutely. No problem with that. All right, so here we go. Shotgun formation here from their own 25-yard line. Debo Samuel goes in motion, takes a snap here, looking. Jimmy's looking, going to throw it and complete it to Christian McCaffrey, and that's going to be a first down and then some. He picked up like 21 yards on the play. So now we got first and 10 here from their own 46-yard line. All right, so here we go out of the shotgun here. McCaffrey goes in motion, takes a snap here. Going to give it to Debo Samuel here off the right side. And so Samuel takes it all the way to about the 39-yard line, picks up 15 yards there on the play. It's about time they get him involved. Let's see. Black says, let me roast them lanes before I kick them off. And so I'll give you about 5 to 10 seconds. All right, but here we go. Went back in the backfield, takes a snap, going to toss it to the back off the left side, and McCaffrey running hard here, picks up about 5-6 yards on the carry. Second down coming up here. Let's see. Braden says, I know since you're a huge soccer fan, JB, you know the World Cup starts next. Just wanted to mention it, though, and so I appreciate the update there, Braden. I sincerely appreciate that, the update there. All right, but second and 5 here. Jimmy G up under center. You've got 2 tight ends here, 2 receivers, one back in the backfield. Takes a snap and gives it to McCaffrey again. And McCaffrey dives for it there. Picks up 4 yards on the play. We got third and 1 coming up. All right, so here we go. Takes a snap. Quarterback keeper. And did he get enough for the first? Let's see what the referees mark it at. Let's see what the referees are going to mark the ball at. All right, looks like it's short here. Again, here in the third quarter here, 12 minutes and 15 seconds to go. First drive here since halftime, and we're faced with 4th and inches here for the 49ers. But they are looking like they're going to go for it here. Samuel goes in motion, and it's a quarterback keeper, and Jimmy got 2 yards there for the first, and that's going to be just enough. So fresh new set of downs to work with, and they converted on the fourth down. All right, so here we go here. Takes the snap, gives it to the back, and it's a back off the right guard here. Christian McCaffrey gets the first down, making it look easy there. Picked up about 12 yards on the play. Now they got 1st and 10 right now from about 17 yards away from the end zone here. And so they're going to pull Christian McCaffrey here and put in Elijah Mitchell. So far on the drive, 7 plays, 58 yards here. All right, so we hand the ball here to the back. And so Elijah Mitchell now, he picked up the first down there, picked up about 10 yards on the carry. Now we got 1st and goal here, 7 yards away from the end zone. 49ers here so far in this drive, they've been able to run the ball and run the ball at will. Like pretty much whatever they choose to do, it works. I think now's a good time for a little play fake, throw it to George Kittle perhaps. And they choose to run the ball again, and this time Mitchell's going to be stuffed. So we got 2nd and goal coming up, again 7 yards away from the end zone. So far in this drive, 9 plays, 68 yards in about 4 minutes and 40 seconds in terms of time of possession off the clock. All right, here we go out of the shotgun here. Takes a snap and throws it to Elijah Mitchell there, and Mitchell's going to get brought down there, lost about a yard on the play. So we got 3rd and goal here. I mean, they were doing a tremendous job on the ground. Now we got 3rd and goal here. Shotgun formation here. Jimmy has it in the pocket. Jimmy looking. Jimmy throws it, and oh, incomplete. Brandon Ayuk had a chance for it, but it's incomplete. Fourth down coming up. That's going to bring out the field goal unit. Let's see. Carmichael says, I can't wait to get a high second round pick since we traded Chase Claypool to the Bears. And so, absolutely. Yes, absolutely. Ooh, yeah, missed on that one. Had an opportunity, though, to go to Ayuk on that one. Had an opportunity. All right, so here we go. Field goal attempt here. 26-yard field goal attempt is good for the 49ers. So score right now 16-13. And they score on their opening drive here of the third quarter in the form of a field goal. So now we're at the commercial, and when we come back, we'll get to see the Chargers offense for the first time in the third quarter. All right, let's see. All right, so throughout 10 votes here, 60% say the AFC East, 40% says the NFC East. Let's see. Carmichael says Steelers defense held the Saints to 49 yards in the second half. That is impressive. That is impressive. But again, right now, currently at the commercial. When we come back, it will be the Niners kicking things off. Right now, the score is Chargers up 16 to 13. The last time we saw the Chargers offense, we did see Chase Daniels out there. He was 0 for 2, no yards, but we did see him out there. Let's see. Carmichael says we also had two turnovers in the fourth quarter. And so, yeah, fourth quarter is the quarter that you do not want to turn the ball over. If you're going to turn it over, you don't want it to be that fourth quarter. Oh, you guys got two turnovers. Am I thinking about that wrong? You got two turnovers? As you come back and said, TJ Watt is a game changer. And so, absolutely. Having a guy like that on the edge is tremendous. See, they got Jerry Rice out there. All right, so here we go for the kickoff here again. Third quarter with 8 minutes and 52 seconds to go. Chargers up 16 to 13. Kickoff on the way. And it will go into the end zone here. Let's see. Carmichael says, yes, we got two turnovers. Our defense got two INTs. And so, oh, bet. All right, so we go Herbert up under center here. And gives it to the back here. Picks up a yard on the play, but there is a penalty here. All right, so offsides there against the defense of the 49ers there. So that's going to gift them with some yards there. And now we're looking at 1st and 5 right now from the Chargers 30-yard line here for the offense. All right, so here we go. Herbert up under center here. Takes a snap, play fake, looking, throws it, and that's going to be completed. And that's going to be caught by Palmer's there. And a first down. Picked up 12 yards on the reception. And wait, we got a 49ers player that's currently down right now. So medical staff's going to take a look at him. Yeah, so meanwhile, currently the medical staff is currently looking at the injured player for the 49ers player. And that's going to take us to the commercial here. One of the interesting things right now, Devo Samuel held without a single reception so far today. He's got no catches so far. so let's see. Let's see. Carmichael says, ever since I won against your rival JB, I haven't won in fantasy, and so, well, at least you were able to do it. At least you were able to do it. But yeah, it's been brutal though, trying to navigate with all these bye weeks and stuff like that, making all kinds of trades and stuff like that. It has been brutal in our league. But again, still right now, currently at the commercial because there was an injured player in which we hope that he's okay. All right, so I see they're stretching him out on the sideline there. And we're going to return back to the action here in the third quarter with 8 minutes and 11 seconds right now. Chargers with the football and the lead 16 to 13 over the 49ers. All right, so here we go. Now we've got Herbert up under center from his own 42-yard line here. Takes the snap, going to toss it to the back here. And so Austin Eckler's going to cut it back to the right and plows forward for about 12 yards and a first down here for the Chargers. Again, Chargers leading 16 to 13 here in the third quarter with 7 minutes and 45 seconds to go. Let's see, Carmichael said, I had to sign like 5 people out of free agency last week because of bye weeks and injuries. And so insane, insane. Because 5 people, that's a lot. All right, so here we go. Multiple tight ends here. One receiver. One back in the backfield. So they give it to Sony Michelle. And he picks up 2 yards up the middle. We got 2nd and 8 coming up. 7 minutes to go here in the third quarter. All right, so 2nd and 8. Shotgun formation here. 49ers bringing a lot of pressure, so Herbert throws it off the wrong foot there, out of bounds, incomplete. So we got 3rd and 8 coming up. And so Jay in the Bay, what's good with you? What's good with you? How are you doing? And of course, you can't talk 49ers without including Jay in the Bay. And so, Jay, I'd be a lot better if the 49ers would give the ball to Debo Samuel and George Kittle for my fantasy football teams. I need those two guys to get more involved in the game. All right, but here we go, 3rd and 8. Herbert, feeling the pressure, throws it again off the wrong foot. And on this drive, 49ers is doing an excellent job getting pressure on Justin Herbert. And I like that. When you stack too many guys on one side, they cannot get them all. Let's see. Jay says you agree with me. All right, perfect, perfect. We're on the same page. We're on the same page. I mean, you got so many weapons to work with. Just spread it around to everybody out there. All right, so that punt right there going to take it into the end zone. So now we'll get to see the 49ers offense again. And right now they trail 16 to 13 here in the third quarter with 6 minutes and 30 seconds to go. Let's see. Jay says the defense is playing well, but the offense needs to score touchdowns. And so, yes, they need to score touchdowns. They do. They do. I mean, last drive out there, they were doing a tremendous job with McCaffrey and Elijah Moore out there, spreading it between those two guys. But once they got close and got away from the tendency, it just all fell apart. But again, right now, currently at the commercial here. And to compare the two quarterbacks so far in this one, Jimmy G, he's 11 to 16 for 148 yards, no touchdowns, but no interceptions, and has not been sacked. Meanwhile, for the Chargers, Justin Herbert, 15 to 24 for 173 yards, one touchdown, no interception, and he's been sacked twice. On the ground for the 49ers as a team, 24 carries for 98 yards and a touchdown. Meanwhile, for the Chargers as a team, 13 carries for 48 yards. Let's see. Carmichael says you have McCaffrey in fantasy in a different league, so you kind of need him to do good. And so, hey, I feel you there. But right now, JB's in desperate need to get Debo Samuel a touchdown and George Kittle. If both of those guys can get a touchdown, I know I can win my match. That was my biggest concern, though, when I saw the trade and I saw that Christian McCaffrey was joining the 49ers. I was like, uh-oh, what's this going to mean for my guys? Let's see. Carmichael says next year I am drafting a quarterback high in the draft, and so you're taking Kenny Pickett high in the draft next year. All right, so getting back to the action here. All right, so here we go. First and 10 here in the third quarter with 6 minutes and 30 seconds to go. Again, Chargers up 16 to 13, but the 49ers here, second offensive drive here in the third quarter. Let's see what they do. They got a field goal last time. Let's see, Carmichael says, nah, I'm going to leave Kenny for you, JB. And so I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Fullback goes in motion here. Two receivers, one tight end, one fullback are back in the backfield, and they give it to the back. And Elijah Mitchell off the left guard there picks up 8 yards on the carry. Let's see. Black says who leads first? Josh McDaniels or Carr? And so, as much as they would like for that answer to be Josh McDaniels, it's probably going to actually be Derek Carr. Because there's a lot of money that they would have to eat for that contract. So that's the only reason why I'm going to say Derek Carr first. Let's see. Carmichael says, nah, but who drafted Davis Mills this year? And so, who did draft Davis Mills this year? All right, meanwhile, they give it to the back here, and Elijah Mitchell gets the first down. 6 yards on the carry. Now we got first and 10 right now from the 434-yard line. 5 minutes and 38 seconds to go here in the third. Let's see, Black says Pop Brown, and so I believe so. I believe it was Pop Brown. I know that right now I think Davis Mills is on One Piece team, but I believe it was Pop Brown's team in fantasy. Meanwhile, Jimmy Garoppolo brought down here for the sack, and so there was no getting out of that one. Let's see. Carmichael says no. I think Pop Brown has Kenny Pickett, and so you know what? I think Pop Brown had drafted Dak Prescott, also Davis Mills, and Kenny Pickett because at that time Kenny Pickett was not the starter. All right, so here we go. Shotgun formation here. Takes a snap, looking, second and 20. Avoids the rush, throws it incomplete. Just got rid of that one. Just got rid of that one. Let's see. Braden says, have decided on the trade, Carmichael. Let's see. All right, here we go. 3rd and 20 out of the shotgun here. Takes a snap. Quick pass there to Debo Samuel. Debo makes one guy miss. Makes another guy miss. Lowers his shoulder. Gets off of that guy. Takes it all the way to the 40-yard line, but he's still going to be about 4 yards short of the markers. But a good job there, at least targeting Debo Samuel. That's where it starts. Let's see. Carmacker says, "Nah, JB, you said you're thinking about Dante Johnson. I will wait if you want to look." And so, yeah, let me take a look at that. I got to do a hard look at that and see if that's something that will make sense for some type of trade there. Let's see. Black says, "Is it time for Jordan Love to move on from Green Bay, or is it time for Green Bay to move on from Jordan Love?" That is the question. Meanwhile, punts on the way. Goes out of bounds. But let me put this poll question up, courtesy of Black Medicine here. All right, so there you go. Courtesy of Black Medicine, I went ahead and put the poll question up there. Totally screwed up that last part there, but there you go. Let's see. Black says, "How did football season end for Carmichael if it's over?" And so, you know what? That's a good question. Carmichael, how did the high school football season play out? Are you guys like still in the playoffs right now, or how did your season go? Let's see. Carmichael says Jordan Love should be traded next year. There's no point in him staying there. And so there's no point in him staying unless Mr. Rogers comes out and says he's retiring and actually means it. There's no point in staying. Let's see. Carmichael says my football team got beat in the semifinals 40-35. And so, ouch, so close. So close. Wow. And so let's see. Braden says a trade has gone down. And so, okay, I would check that out for sure. For sure. And so let's see. Jay says, "What state you getting married in, JB?" And so yeah, the state that I will be getting married in will be the state of Utah, actually, state of Utah. And so let's see. Black says the semifinals, and so I know, right? So all the way to the semifinals, and then to lose 40-35. That is heartbreaking fashion there. So close, but I tell you what, though, it had to be a great game to see a lot of scoring back and forth. And so to be a part of something like that, that's something that you'll always remember being a part of, for sure. And so let's see. Carmichael says, "We were so close to state championship." Black says, "They made it further than JB's team did." And so no lies were told there. No lies were told there. JB's team never stepped foot that far deep into the playoffs, so no lies were told. And so Jay says, "Dope." And so, yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. All right, meanwhile, going to toss it to the back here, and the back is going to pick up about 2 yards on the play. Austin Eckler. So now we got second down coming up here, 2nd and 8 here from the Chargers 23-yard line. Let's see. Braden says JB a huge BYU and Jazz fan, and so I feel like I rooted for the Jazz in the past as underdogs until they no longer qualify for underdogs, and then I sort of turned on them. But all right, but here we go, 2nd and 8. All right, takes the snap, look in, throws it. That's going to be completed. That's going to make it 3rd and short here. 3rd and short coming up here. He completed it again to Palmer. Let's see. Carmichael says this is the first time in 3 years my high school has even won a game. And so, are you serious? In 3 years to win a game, and then it goes this far? Talk about a Cinderella season. Braden says, "Look like I'm going to lose my fantasy matchup," and say, Meanwhile, quarterback keeper here, and so Herbert's going to pick up 2 yards on the play. Let's see. Old says, come on, 49ers, get this W. I remember we watched one game earlier in the season that Herbert did have some rib injuries and stuff like that. I know it's been some time since then, but he's definitely seemed a lot better than what he looked that day in terms of like injury wise. All right, so right now here from their own 32-yard line out of the shotgun, takes a snap, gives it to the back, and the back runs into a swarm of 49ers here, and they're going to blow that one dead. That was Isaiah Spiller with the carry. He may have lost a yard on the carry. All right, here we go. Second and 11 here for the Chargers. Here again, here in the third quarter with a minute and 10 seconds to go. Takes a snap. Herbert looking, throws it to the back of the backfield, and he's going to pick up about 2, 3 yards with the reception. Third down coming up. Let's see. Carmichael says, yeah, but our quarterback is a senior. And so, how are the remaining quarterbacks on the roster looking? Was he like elite? And if he's a senior, that means he experienced 3 years of bad football before being able to turn it around this year. All right, so third and 9 here. We got about 30 seconds left to go in the third quarter here. Herbert with the snap here, looking, throws it. It's going to be completed. Shakes off of one guy, picks up about 4 tough yards on the play. So fourth down's coming up, and that should take us to the end of the third quarter. Yeah, so that's going to take us to the end of the third quarter. And at the end of the third quarter, Chargers holding on to lead 13, 16 to 13. So with 1 quarter remaining, who will win this one? All right, let's go ahead and start another poll question here. All right, putting together another poll question here. All right. All right, so who's the bigger problem for the Raiders here? Derek Carr or Josh McDaniels? Let's see. Carmichael says the freshman quarterback that I've played with is really good. I don't know about the sophomore quarterback. He didn't look that good to me. And so let's see. Carmichael says my coach threw the ball to me one time and got me taken out by the linebacker. You say your coach did that? Oh wow. All right. So the first vote that went up there was for Josh McDaniels. There, the bigger problem for the Raiders. All right, so we are going to get ready to start the fourth and potentially final quarter. I say that because just about every stream I do goes to overtime. But fourth quarter will be coming up, and the Chargers, they are up 16-13. Matter of fact, last time I streamed the game for the Chargers, I think was when they played the Broncos, and that game went to overtime. Let's see. Carmichael says he wasn't a fun coach, and so yeah, I can envision that. I can envision that. All right, so they open up the quarter with a punt here. Let's see if the 49ers are going to return it. They call it a fair catch, caught at the 23-yard line. All right, so here we go. So now Jimmy G in the offense here, trying to get some excitement here. Let's see what they got game planned here offensively. The bright mind of Kyle Shanahan, what will he drive up here? All right, so Jimmy's in the shotgun here. Takes a snap, gives it to Debo Samuel off the right side, and Debo shakes off one guy. Going to pick up about 5 yards here. As he Carmichael says, he hate practicing in the cold, and so yes, cold weather was not JB's forte. You guys can tell that JB came from the Sunshine State because JB was not about that cold. When it was cold, JB had on the extra gloves and all like that, the long sleeves, and JB was a quiet participant. I was like, I'll save my energy for game day. Did not like the cold. All right, but here we go, 2nd and 5 here. Garoppolo up under center, got a fullback in the backfield here. Two receivers, one tight end. Takes the snap, play fake, throws it incomplete near the feet of Debo Samuel. So we got 3rd and 5 coming up here. Yeah, this is not good at all. As see, Carmichael says their coach didn't. So your coach didn't let you wear sleeves, and so oh man. All right, here we go to the shotgun. Takes a snap, and Garoppolo throws it. Is completed to Jennings, and so Jennings picks up about 11 yards on the play. Carmichael says he only let us wear sleeves in games, and so gotcha. Yeah, JB's fantasy team right now is we are in trouble right now. They give the ball to Christian McCaffrey, and McCaffrey picks up about 8 yards on the play, but there is a penalty here. And so holding called against the center there. All right, so here we go. Shotgun formation here. Three receivers so it's top of the screen here, tight end at the bottom. Quick pass there and over through Debo Samuel. So now we got 2nd and 20 coming up. Again, 49ers down by 3 points here. All right, so here we go. 2nd and 20. Out of the shotgun, three receivers, one tight end, one back. McCaffrey goes in motion here. They take the snap. They're looking. Jimmy throws it, and it's completed to Jennings. And Jennings picks up 12 yards on a reception. As he Carmichael says, JB, you feeling the fantasy football pain right now? And so, Yes, JB is feeling it mighty heavy right now because Kyle Shanahan is finding every creative way not to get my guys involved. Let's see. Old says if 49ers wins, Patriots will be in the last place for the playoff wild card spot as of right now. And so, JB wants for that to be the case. There's a way that we can all be winners here. All right, Jimmy looking. Jimmy throws it again to Jennings. And so Jennings gets the first down, takes it. Oh, he's still moving here. Takes it to the Chargers 49-yard line. And so Jennings putting a lot of work in. All right, takes a snap and gives it to Elijah Mitchell. And Mitchell shakes off a defender, gets drugged down after picking up 9 yards on the play. Second and one coming up. Let's see, Carmichael says, JB, I can't be a winner. And so you never know until it's all said and done. You just never know. All right, but second and one coming up. Takes a snap, gives it to the back, and the back off the left guard picks up about 4 yards on the play. All right, so we got a Chargers player that's currently down right now. Covington was injured on the play. And so, Jay, what's good with you? What's good with you? How are you doing? And Jay says, hey guys. But again, right now, currently at the commercial because of the injured player for the Chargers, Covington was injured on the play. When we come back, it's going to be first and 10 at the Chargers 36-yard line. Y'all, JB desperately needs a touchdown from either Kittle or Debo Samuels right now. Like, I really need that to happen. All right, meanwhile, for the poll question, we've got 4 votes for Josh McDaniels being the biggest problem and one for Derek Carr. Let's see, Jay says, doing good. My Chiefs won today and Kansas State controls their destiny. That's right. Kansas State is 2 wins from being in the Big 12 championship game. How does it feel to say that, Jay? How does it feel to say that? And who do you guys play in these remaining 2 games? Let's see. Carmichael says, I need Jerron Jennings to get a minus 100-yard game. I just need them to get my at least one of my guys into the end zone. You get one of my guys into the end zone, that's going to help me out. But this right here is not the move. All right, so getting back to the action here. All right, so they're helping Covington off the field. Hope that he's going to be okay. Let's see. Jay says we play West Virginia next week and then Kansas Jayhawks. Man, oh, I know you. I know you're gonna be hyped for that one. I know you're gonna be hyped for that one. Braden says you got a 1% chance of winning, and so, oh man, I thought you were gonna say that I had a 1% chance of winning, Braden. I was like, no, have things gotten that bad? But I feel your pain, Braden. I do feel your pain. Meanwhile, Mitchell, though, picks up 7 yards on the carry. 2nd and 3 coming up here from the Chargers 29-yard line. Carmichael says he also got a 1% chance at winning. And so, ah, man, this is very depressing. Very depressing here. Look at total yards in the second half. 49ers have 147 to 42 for the Chargers here. Chargers have not scored since halftime. They give the ball here to the back, and so Mitchell gets to the line. Should be a first down. Picked up 3 yards. So now we got 1st and 10 right now at the Chargers 26-yard line. 10 minutes and 12 seconds to go here in the fourth quarter. Again, Chargers up 16 to 13. They run this ball one more time. All right, so now we got Jimmy G up under center here. Takes a snap and gives it to McCaffrey in the backfield. And Chargers that time, I guess they guessed it that it was a running play called on that one. Let's see, Carmichael says, I hope I can have a bounce back after this week. And so, who you play next week? Yeah, Chargers are coming up, and I can't blame them. All right, here we go. 2nd and 10 here. Jimmy in a shotgun. Takes the snap, looking, quick pass to Christian McCaffrey, and defense swarms around it everywhere he goes. They're looking for it. 3rd down coming up. Let's see. Braden says you got a 32% chance of winning, and so, oh man, that's lower than the 40% I saw earlier. Carmichael says I feel like the Falcons in the Super Bowl. Jay says Chargers get 2 Sunday night games in a row. That doesn't happen very often. Yeah, I just feel like he doesn't target. He doesn't target my guys at all. This is gonna really mess up my fantasy team here. Now that they got Christian McCaffrey. Chargers bring the pressure. They throw it over the middle to Brandon Ayuk, and he's gonna be about a yard and a half shy of getting to the end zone. Let's see. Braden says touchdown Christian McCaffrey, and so Braden, don't say that. Braden, don't say it. They're hurrying up here. Snaps the ball. And it is, despite the penalty, because it's going to be on the defense there. Too many guys on the field there. And offsides. As see, Carmichael says, let's go Christian McCaffrey touchdown. So the 49ers got the touchdown, and they take the lead here. Yeah, trade deadline really hurt my fantasy team. Let's see, Braden says that missed extra point helps me. Is it really? That might give some hope here, maybe overtime. And so, yep, missed the extra point as Braden alluded to. And so the score right now is 49ers 19, Chargers 16. Here in the fourth quarter with 7 minutes and 54 seconds to go. Let's see, Carmichael says, sorry, JB, you have to be sad right now. And so it is very saddening. But no matter how close they get, they're going to turn to Christian McCaffrey or Elijah Mitchell at this point. And then Brandon Ayuk if they want to pass the ball, and then Jerron Jennings. So my guys are like numbers 5 and 6 right now. Let's see. Jay says we have ourselves a good game, and so that is true. That is true. 19 to 16, and so possibly might go to overtime. Who knows? All right, Let's see, putting up another poll question here. All right, let's see. All right, so I put together the poll question here. How will this game play out? Do you have the Chargers or 49ers winning in regulation or overtime? Braden says you got a 36% chance at winning now, and so I don't like those odds. I don't know how it increased by 4% though, but I don't like those odds. Jay says preseason, I said the Giants and Cowboys is dumb to be Thanksgiving afternoon, but now it's looking like a good game. And so sometimes you just can't see it. Sometimes they accidentally give us a good game by accident. Carmichael says, I have gotten all of my picks right to win this week except one, and that is the Bills Vikings game. Ode says, does anyone know how many sacks Mika had today? And so, ooh, that's a good question. Braden says he didn't have any, old man, and so ouch. Didn't have any. Well, that's going to be a good one there. Chiefs against the Chargers. All right, kickoff on the way. Goes into the end zone there. And so now the Chargers finding themselves trailing right now, 19-16. Let's see what they do. Let's see what it says. Really? I think Judon still has the most sacks. And so I know it's a little surprising there. All right, so here we go to the shotgun. Takes a snap, and they give it to Carter. And Carter, he's going the wrong way with it. He lost about a good 5-6 yards there on the play. It's going to go down as a pass. So now we got second down coming up. Let's see. Jay says Vikings Bills was a wild inning today. I think Vikings play Dallas next week. And so, ooh, wow. Bunch of big games there for them. They're certainly trying to answer some questions, but what a nice win for them today. All right, Carter goes in motion here. Chargers with the shotgun. Takes a snap. Herbert looking, throws it. It's completed. And so that's going to be a pickup of about 7 yards on the play. So now we got third down coming up here. 3rd and 9 right now from the Chargers 26-yard line. Let's see. Braden says that play does not help his fantasy team. Let's see. Ode says, yeah, Judon still has it, yet he has no love or respect for a defensive player of the year. And so, you know what, Ode? You're right about that. You're right about that. Ooh, ball came out there. Luckily, nobody saw that, and so he was able to pick it up. All right, 3rd and 16. All right, 3rd and 16 here, so they need 16 yards for the first from their own 19. Takes the snap out of the shotgun. Herbert looking, throws it to the receiver there, and he's going to pick up some yards, about a good 9 yards there, but still be short. Fourth down coming up here in the fourth quarter with 7 minutes and 2 seconds to go. And so 49ers will get the football back, and they're up 19-16. All right. Meanwhile, for the poll, through 5 votes here, we've gotten, let's see, 40% says Chargers going to win. 40% say the 49ers are going to win. And a good 20% say overtime 49ers win. Meanwhile, speaking of 49ers, fair catch from their own 30-yard line, and the offense will come back out here in the fourth quarter with 6 minutes and 40 seconds to go. This may be JB's last chance here for his fantasy football team. Yeah, this is not looking good for JB. Let's see. Jay says Chargers need a stop, and so they need to stop the ground game. I mean, the fact that Debo Samuel has just one catch for 16 yards and George Kittle has one catch for 21 yards, that really hurt my fantasy team. Let's see. Jay says he benched Kittle for Hill at tight end. Neither of them have done good today. And so you're right about that. Old says, let's go 49ers. Jay says Taysom Hill, that it. That is. And so, yeah, pure disappointment. I was hoping that the two of them combined would at least get more points than this. I wasn't expecting a big game, not with Christian McCaffrey being back there, but at least do decent. Be a part of the offense. Let's see. Old says, yeah, Hill hasn't been the weapon that you thought he would be. And again, 6 minutes and 40 seconds left to go here in the fourth quarter. 49ers are up 19 to 16. Now that they got the lead, you best believe they're going to be running the ball even more. Shotgun formation here. Two receivers, two tight ends, one back. They snap the ball, gives it to Elijah Mitchell, and Mitchell up the middle, and he picks up about a good 12, 13 yards on the carry and a first down here for the 49ers. First and 10 right now from their own 42-yard line. Jay says, I've actually started Taysom Hill at tight end every week since week 2. The upside is so high, but it's risky. Yeah, it does come with some risk, though. I will say that. It does come with some risk. All right, but here we go. Garoppolo up under center, takes a snap, gives it to the back again. He gets tripped up, picked up a yard on the carry. That's Elijah Mitchell. And so good old Trent Williams. That's why he gets paid the big bucks. All right, here we go, though, out of the shotgun. Takes a snap, gives it to Debo Samuel, and Debo's going to get back to the line. And so they say it's a gain. It's a no gain on the play. 5 minutes left to go here in the fourth quarter. Third down coming up. Let's see. Braden says that won't help you, JB. And so Yes, JB's come to the realization. JB's come to the realization that it's not going to help me. All right, takes a snap out of the shotgun, looking. Jimmy throws, and of course to Brandon Ayuk. First down. There is a penalty. Let's see. Oh, it says Eagles will have a top five pick and might go 17-0. And so we will see. We will see. All right, no foul in the play. They pick up that penalty. So it's going to be a first down there for the 49ers. And so, Jake, what's good with you? What's good with you? How are you doing? Appreciate you for gracing us with your presence. How are you? All right, and so right now, what's important for the 49ers here is milking that clock, running the ball, and then scoring to end this drive. Yeah, I definitely drafted the wrong 49ers receiver in fantasy football. No doubt about that. Let's see. Jake says, Sup, doing good. And so, hey, bet, that's what's up. That's what's up. Meanwhile, here, 49ers in a shotgun. Debo Samuel goes in motion, takes a snap, gives it to Christian McCaffrey, and he's going to lose some yards on the play. Lost about 3 yards on a carry. And so, yeah, I'm doing pretty good. I appreciate that. I am doing pretty good here. Definitely would like to see my fantasy team do better, but I am doing pretty good. I appreciate that. Jay says, who's your favorite team, Jake? So, yeah, I want to know that as well. Who is your favorite team? Absolutely. All right, so here we go. Here's second and 13 here. 3 minutes and 15 seconds left to go. Both teams have all three timeouts. 5 seconds to work with here on the play clock. Shotgun formation. Takes a snap, looking. And Jimmy's on the move, throws it, and he threw it at least to George Kittle, but they say incomplete, so they won't even give JB that fantasy points there, y'all. But there is a penalty. Let's see. Jake says, LA everyone likes. And so, okay, bet. Ooh, an eligible man downfield on the offense there. So penalty's going to be declined there. They'll take the result of the play, an incompletion. So 2 minutes and 58 seconds left to go right now in the fourth quarter. Third and 13 from the Chargers' 49-yard line here. Up by 3 points here, so this is very big here for the 49ers. You get a first down, that's more time and stuff like that, and this is just big. But here we go. Third and 13. Three receivers, one tight end, one back. Takes a snap, looking. Throws it to Debo, and so Debo takes it, tries to stiff arm, gets brought down here, picked up about 8 yards on the play. So fourth down coming up from from the Chargers 41-yard line. Let's see. Jake says, "How's everyone's day?" And so, well, my day has been pretty good. I mean, I did sleep a lot throughout the earlier part of the day, but since I've been awake, it has been pretty good. Always gotta love Sunday football. You gotta love that. Every time there's football on Sunday. Let's see. And T1000 Whisperer, what's good with you? What's good with you? And you say the Chargers offense has become stagnant in the second half. I am not confident here. And so, yes, you're right about that. But here we go. I mean, 2 minutes and 3 seconds to go. So you run your one play, you got the 2 minute warning, and then you got three timeouts to work with. But what an excellent punt. I'm talking here, but what an excellent punt to get them from their own 1 yard line. So they will have to go 99 yards if they want to win it in regulation and stuff like that. And then if it comes down to a field goal, it's going to come up to the offense here. And let's see. Jay says, Day has been good. I'm actually getting ready to move to a different house, so I've been busy with that. So, hey, that's exciting. Meanwhile, Herbert looks and he just throws that one away. Like my man just said, you know what? Let me just throw that one away. I never do that on Madden when I need to, but he threw that one away. So incomplete, 2nd and 10 coming up from their own 1 yard line. Let's see, Jake says I have to take my Lambo to the shop tomorrow. And so, man, I wish those were things I had on my to-do list, you know? And so let's see, T1000 says send someone long. I mean, 'cause they have not scored a point in the second half. They have not. They were up 16-10. Right now they're trailing 19-16. Referees are conversing here about something. And so Jake says, yep. And so we are within 2 minutes here. So, of course, 2 minute warning, all that stuff. Let's see, Jay says Chargers are going to have to stretch the field. And so, yes, and you can tell that they have really tried not too much to do that. Being without their top two receivers, they've really tried not to do that, but they're going to have to do it. They're going to have to do it. Maybe find Carter deep. And so, all right, so they stop the play here. All right, so here we go, guys. Shotgun formation here. Three receivers, one tight end, one back. Herbert looking, throws it, incomplete, incomplete, incomplete. So we got 3rd down coming up here. So we got 3rd down coming up here. And so imagine that the odds of trying to convert here, your 3rd down from your own 1 yard line. There's a lot of pressure right now in the offense. All right, but we got 3rd and 10 right now. Shotgun again, three receivers, one tight end, one back. Takes a snap here. In the pocket, throws it short, and it's going to be caught, but oh, he's going to get brought down at about the 8 yard line. That's going to be short right there. Now, they do have all 3 timeouts here, and do you trust your defense here, or do you go for it? Chargers do like to roll the dice here, so they believe they have to score now. So if the 49ers gets a stop here, this will put them in excellent field position. Gets the snap, looking. Herbert throws it. Oh, behind Palmer there. Incomplete. Incomplete. It's going to be 49ers with the football right now. They're already up 19-16, 4th quarter, 1 minute and 17 seconds to go. But the Chargers do have all 3 timeouts. But look at how close they are. 8 yards away from the end zone. This is pretty much over. But after seeing the Vikings and Bills earlier, you just never know until it's done. Let's see. Jake says, what kind of car you got? And so for me, it's a Kia, rocking a Kia. Let's see. T1000 said the 49ers are barely leading the Chargers with all of their returning players while the Chargers are out starting receivers and Bosa. Not bad, Charger. And so 49ers get the ball back. Game over. Thanks for the stream. And so, hey, I appreciate you for coming through. And yes, the Chargers have had to deal with a lot of injuries. I will say that. But they fought hard. They did fight hard. But ultimately here, 49ers were able to get the victory, it seems. They still got all 3 timeouts, but odds are this will be very tough to come back from. But here we go. They snap the ball, give it to Elijah Mitchell, and Mitchell takes it to the 2 yard line. Come on, please give the Debo Samuel. Please give the Debo Samuel. And so let's see. Jay says, not game yet if they hold him to a field goal. So there's still that possibility. There's still that possibility. Ode said, let's go 49ers and get that touchdown. Yes, let's get the touchdown, but please, for the life of me, get it with Debo Samuel or George Kittle. But timeout was called by the Chargers. Got to preserve the time, and you got to hope in your defense here. You've got to hope that your defense can get a stop. 3 yards away from the end zone here, 2nd and goal. It's unlikely, but it's not impossible. Jay says those are nice. Appreciate that. Jay says he drives a Tundra, and you have a truck for work, and so bet. You have to have a truck for work. Okay. All right, here we go. Going to head to the back here, and so the back up the middle. Oh, he's stuffed there. He picked up a yard, but he's stuffed. Another timeout here. Perfect time to put in my man Debo Samuel now. Come on now. And so let's see. Jake says that he's on his private jet going back to LA. And so good old LA. All right, so we got third and goal coming up. All right, so here we go, guys. Third and goal coming up here. All right, so big time third down, guys. And so you get, if anybody knows, JB needs Debo Samuel to score here, either him or George Kittle. But I need one of those two guys to score. This is for my fantasy team. But the 49ers did call their first time out. Let's see. O says, I think I know who is Jake Paul. Jay says, LOL, old man. Jay says, I think I'd go for four down territory here. If you don't get it, they're backed up again. And so, you know what? I don't know. I guess it depends on how much time is left. Because the difference between getting a field goal and getting 6 points is pretty big. But I like that. I like that train of thought, though. Go for it. Come on, coach. A little bit more creativity here. Even if Christian McCaffrey has to pass it to Kittle, I'm not too picky. And they give it to Mitchell, and Mitchell starts stumbling before he even gets the ball, really. And so fourth down here. So that's what the Chargers needed. They needed to get a stop. They used all of their timeouts here. Again, a field goal will make it a 6 point game here. And so Braden says wink. Let's see. Jay says, I think I'd go four down territory here. If you don't get it, they're backed up. And so I agree with that. And so let's see. Jake says, where you work, Jay? All right, so fourth down here. Do I see the offense still out here? Ooh, will they actually end up going for it here? All right, trying to line up in the shotgun here. Time's running out. They're probably going to burn a timeout here. And it looks like they will burn a timeout right now. So they're going to burn a timeout here. Let's see. Jay says, I work for your brother Logan Paul. Let's see. Jake says, now you don't. All right, so here goes the field goal attempt to make it a 6 point game, which will leave the Chargers with some time. We thought it was over, but Chargers defense said not so. Kick the field goal. Field goal is good. So 22-16 here in the fourth quarter with a minute left. There goes JB odds of scoring. JB hates this. I'm about to say, ain't no way that was still accurate for the Raiders at no 36% chance at no playoffs. Let's see. Braden says you still have Gibson though. Yeah, my opponent still also has one more player also. I believe it was what's his name? Curtis Samuel. So my opponent still has Curtis Samuel as well. So it's not looking good at all for me. Jay says look like the guy T at 100 left a little early. This game is not over yet. And so let's see. O says now you know the struggles of having Kittle on your team, and so it's the play calling. But you know what? I also blame Debo Samuel here, although it's not entirely his fault. But he's been that way all year for me. All right, but here goes the return here for the Chargers, and gonna get brought down at the 23-yard line. All right, this is not good at all. Yeah, I'm gonna need Curtis Samuel to like not suit up tomorrow. Let's see. Jake says I gotta go. I have to get up early to take my Lambo to the shop, and I have to go meet my brother. And so, well, absolutely appreciate you for stopping through. And hey, you take care of yourself. Meanwhile, pass. And so, was that intercepted? That was intercepted. Wow. Braden says that's game. Terrible pass. Wow. It just the way he threw that ball. He's like, look, I just want this game to be over with. I'm just gonna throw it. You guys pick it off. Let's end this. What big time play for those 49ers. Jay says, "Wow, Herbert, what a horrible throw." I mean, like that was terrible. I mean, my man acted like he was throwing it with the wind being about 60 miles against him. I mean, you literally would have to like take a photo, then Photoshop somebody in front of that ball to make it look like he was trying to throw it to somebody on his team. Wow. Let's see. Jake says, "Thanks, night guys," and so night to you as well. Jay says, "Oh, his arm got hit." And so let's see. Oh, it says, let's go 49ers. Did Patriots a big solid right there. And so 49ers will win this one. Final score 22-16 over the Chargers. That's going to advance them to 5-4. Meanwhile, for the Chargers, they're going to drop to 5-4. And let's see. Lewis is laughing at that one. But yeah, game is over. Oh, it says Patriots got two big wins today and didn't even play. Absolutely. Brandon says good night, JB. Yeah, good night to you guys. And hey, have a great start to your week. Appreciate you guys for coming through. You guys take care. And as always, see you guys next time. I'll go ahead and end the stream on my end. But thanks again for joining and see you guys next time. Let's see. Jay says, awesome stream, JB. Sorry I got here a little late, but I'm glad I caught the fourth quarter. And so absolutely glad that you were able to join us. Oh, it says a good game, but